I'm in the philosophy of like it doesn't hurt to draft a goalie every year, even if it's with your 7th round pick. Just keep guys in the system. How do you go about handling the goaltending come draft day? Because it's such a peculiar position as far as development goes.
Like, did you know I was a goalie? Did you know that?
Well, so I knew you would agree with me then. Yes, goalies also make for the best interviews. I found out.
Well, we're the smartest guys, right? We play the whole game, so
Exactly.
we see everything
It's
in
all
front
it's
of us.
all about the cerebral part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with that. It's you need to keep turning a goalie over, if not every year, every other year, and that's kind of the cycle we're in right now, where we knew Drew was going to probably come out, and so we signed Jackson the year before. So we definitely like to look at drafting a goalie this year, whether it's in the second or third round or the 6th or 7th. Uh, Dan Ellis, who works with us, he does a really good job with the goalies. Um, but I think you're right. The goalie position has changed where there's no Patrick Roy and Martin Brodeurs anymore, or Eddie Belfours that are playing 60, 65 games plus playoffs. You know, the way knowing the schedule so far in advance, you can set your goalie schedule. None of the goalies seem to play back-to-back nights. So the position has really gone to a 1A, 1B system, and not even like a one and a backup. Like most teams now want like a 50-32 split somewhere in there, 47, 35 in that area there. And then, I live in Boston, and it's obviously a sore subject with the Bruins, but they were able to do it with Allmark and Swayman, where they went down, I think since January, they might have rotated every other game and it was an equal split. So I think if you can create a system where you have a goalie coming through your system every other year, that gives you that ability to create that 1A, 1B system. So,
What? Why
and
do
I,
you think?
I,
Oh,
I think it's like quarterbacks and pitchers. Like you can't, like if you have a bad goalie, like you can't win. Like you can't. It just, so I think it's a valuable position.
Sorry to interrupt you. Why do you think it has changed in that way? Is it a matter of talent? Is it the rule changes? Is it why is that the day of the great goalie sort of seem to go by the wayside?
I just think the way the way kids train now these days. Some leagues, like if you're coming out of college, you're not used to playing a 70 game schedule or a 60 game schedule. So the workload changes, and I think if you do have that 1A 1B system, and you can put a fresh guy in there every night, on a especially on the back to back. So you're playing 3 and 4 nights. I just think it gives your team a better opportunity to win. So I think more, for me, more is, it's like draft picks, right? The more you have, the better chance you have on hitting on them. So I think the more goalies that you have a better chance of creating a system like that.